This lesson will provide some guidance on how to deal with problems when adding or modifying a license. The first problem with setting up a license in Toughman is knowing what parameters or attributes of the license that you must enter. The essential fields that must be filled in are the vessel, license type, which enters automatically, license start date, license end date, license issue date, license status, this automatically defaults to normal, license number, and the currency if the fees are not $0. If we try to set up a license without the vessel, date, currency or license number fields filled in, Toughman will generate error messages that prompt us to fill in those fields. We will not be permitted to close the form and record the agreement until the information is entered. If we do not have the information required to complete the essential fields in the license detail form, then we can exit by clicking on the Cancel button. Be aware that if you choose this option, then the license is not recorded into Toughman. There are a few error checks that are automatically run by Toughman. Dates are very important. Toughman checks that the license end date occurs after the license start date. It also checks that the license start date is within the dates of the agreement. It is critical that the license number is unique. As this is automatically generated by Toughman, the only way the number can be a duplicate is if there are two companies set up with the same unique code. Refer to the lesson on reference tables for more information about recording company details. Any other problems concerning the format of the license number should be referred to SPC. Other checks with warnings include the following. When the start date is 28 days or more in the future, if this is okay, just check on yes. If no, you are required to correct the start date. When the sum of fees does not match the sum of payments, again, if this is okay, just click on yes. If no, then you are required to correct the payments. When the gear of the licensed vessel does not match the gear specified in the license type. In this case, either the vessel selected or the type of license selected is incorrect. If it is the vessel, as in our case, then it is a simple case of reselecting the correct vessel. If it is the license type, then you must return to the agreement form and correct the error. There are a couple of typical problems with filling in the payments table in the license detail forms. The first is not being able to find the correct receipt for the license. This may be the result of the wrong currency being entered, or that there is not enough information in the receipt to enable you to determine that it is to be applied to the current license. Alternatively, and that's the case here, there may simply be no corresponding receipt as the fees have not been paid. The second problem that typically arises is where the receipt is intended to cover several licenses. Here we see that the receipt is for $17,500 and is intended to cover 3 vessels. It is important that only the portion of the receipt that applies to the current license is entered into the table. See the lessons on using reports for data quality control and reports licensing for further guidance on how to resolve these problems. If you are having other problems with creating a license, then review the lesson Creating Licenses in Toughman. If this does not help, contact the OFP staff at SPC for more assistance. That concludes this lesson.